Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Why Jimin or BTS won't say anything against his harasser.
A lion does not turn around when a small dog barks. It's a proverb of African origin and it means two things.
You think so? I feel like
Can you please repeat it again?
a lion does not turn around when a small dog barks. I feel like a lion would just eat that dog up. If I'm hungry, if a lion's hungry, he'll eat the dog up. I think he will turn around and eat it.
Strength is proven through composure, not reaction. Second, great people don't waste their time on lesser critics. And that's why BTS rarely addresses controversies, rumors, haters, and others. Addressing those things legitimizes those haters and leechers. Imagine the seven kings, the goats, artists whose caliber we will never see again, being bothered to make a comment about irrelevant life forms. Unfortunately, often it's the fans who keep on insisting BTS
But
must make a statement.
sometimes my problem with the way she talk is that she put too much people on pedestal, like they're supernatural. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I get it, you a super fan, but to take what she say as serious, you have to be realistic too in a way. I just think, any normal person will not address like things that they know is not true. So,
No,
so why you make them sound like
Okay, so
supernatural?
there's a lot of stuff going on in what you said. So for one, this is not about something fake. This is about, the fact, remember how people broke in Jungkook's place or like
Mm-hmm.
people harassing Jimin? They're basically I guess what we talk about here is like why they not don't don't come out and condemn this behavior or like do something about it, themselves.
Probably they have their own protocol. I think the protocol is not determined by the
Right,
outside
right. No, no,
people.
no. I'm just clarifying the subject at hand
Mm-hmm.
because it's not about something that's not true. It's just something that happened. So that's what we're talking about. But in terms of what she's saying, yeah, it is very hard to react to these army channels sometimes because the delusion, the way they feel like BTS is the next coming of Jesus is real. Like that's why we stopped doing Veracity. I can't do that channel, delusional. She's in some videos she seems like more unbiased, but when that bias, when it's like, oh my god, BTS is the next, coming of Jesus, it's like it's hard to take anything you say seriously when
Mm-hmm.
you start off the video like that. Cause
I don't think they perceive themselves like that.
right, like BTS is great. We're not here like to put down BTS, but when
Yeah.
we do these videos, I want us to be at as much unbiased as possible without. Because like even when we talk about Blackpink, like if you watch our channel, we don't really fuck with Blackpink like that because they never apologize for the N word. We stopped supporting them, but we still just today we covered the Lisa controversy, and I was unbiased and fair because my personal dislike for them does really affect how what is right and what is wrong. So I feel like we shouldn't really. I just want to see unbiased, but yeah, when we started like that, I don't like it either.
About every single perceived controversy thrown their way, every dating scandal, which is none of our business
But I
anyway.
guess also, a lot of armies do feel like that, so they eat it up. That's why she does it, probably.
Criticism incident, fans are quick to trend just how irresponsible Big Hit is for not denying the rumors or clearing things up. That being said, I understand that many mean well. So I'll try to explain how powerful and influential BTS members are and why the fans should be the first ones to advocate for BTS not to pay attention to scandals and rumors, not the other way around.
What do you say when 1 in 3 Jewish Americans were victims of hate last year?
Let me begin with this. Every time you associate someone's name with any of the BTS members, whether it's a rumor, a defense, or an argument, you're transferring a portion of BTS's brand value to that person. It doesn't matter if the intent is to correct misinformation or fight back against lies, the effect is the same. You amplify the name of the other party by attaching it to one of the most powerful brands in the world. We've seen the data. During Fashion Week, Jimin's brand value per post reached over 33 million, according to Launch Metrics and Inclusive. For Jungkook, it was around 31 million and he didn't even make a
I get what she's saying. I do think there's truth to that. That by entertaining you, it's like kind of
Acknowledge their existence.
acknowledge their existence, so they're gonna keep doing it. I see that point. There is some of that, but I at the same time I feel like there's a threshold at which point like enough is enough. Like like you don't think so? For me there is a threshold. For me like I can tolerate I think a lot, but there is a point after which I will go off the rails. So
Off the rail.
yeah, like I'm
how do you
unleashed.
how you in terms as like a average day-to-day person, or if you were in their shoes?
No, like like overall, like like sometimes certain people just try to push your buttons to get like
Yeah, but there's no personal gain. Well, maybe in the workplace, I guess, but there's still a way to go about it if it's in the
no,
workplace.
but I'm just saying like you can tolerate a lot. Like different people I guess they have different tolerance levels, but I'm sure for their level they have to tolerate a lot. But I still think there's a threshold after which like once it's crossed, somebody's gonna get checked. So I feel like I mean to me, breaking into my house, that's a threshold I would definitely check somebody.
Yeah. Break.
But
Like
that because
with
that's
them.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
but okay, publicly or you do systematically?
publicly, I would say like guys, stop doing that. Honestly, I would even threaten if you do that, I'm gonna quit music.
Or I think
I would even say that. I straight up say that. You
I
keep
think-
doing that, I'm gonna quit doing this.
I think what I would do is systematically. So you see the person catch a charge and they go to jail, and I go through the police thing. You're not gonna do that again. No one's gonna be interested in doing that.
I think they're still prosecuted in the full extent of the law. I think they do that, but I would check like now on social media.
No,
I
they
would-
don't. They drop the charges because they feel bad for the person.
I have seen that as well. That is the most ridiculous thing. Yeah, remember the one yesterday about the shot? So there was a case that with the glue, the person dropped the charges. It's like what? Somebody tried to kill you, drop the charge. I don't understand that. But yeah, I would at some point, as I said, like try to break into my. I would straight up come out and say, if you keep doing it one more time, and I'm done. I'm done making music. So if that's what you want, okay.
Yeah, but then it takes a hit on you because you can enjoy making music.
I don't care. As much as I like making music, I'll make music for myself and not release it because it's just ridiculous. Like there's certain lines people cannot cross. Period. So like if the fans are so obsessed that they cross the line, nah, I don't need you as a fan. So I feel like at that point the idol has to check them, like the fans. And I feel like what's missing for me a lot in K-pop is idols don't check fans. I liked when I think a guy from Enhypen checked the fans on the when.
But what about if it's like a media source? Like because I feel like when it's like a fan, okay,
With
it's
media
one
it's
thing.
different. With media you deal that legally.
Yeah.
But I'm talking more
Because-
about the fans.
But like, I guess yeah.
But yeah, so I liked when Enhypen guy, I think Jay, he was on live and somebody tried to call him and he checked them. I like that. I feel like K-pop needs more than that. I'm tired of everybody just being the bigger person and ignoring
They
everything.
have like a protocol. They say if something's uncomfortable on the phone call, there's like a protocol that they must
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah, but he went off script, so.
Single post. As per Lefty, V's EMV was 13.08 million. Jin was 9.7 million and RM was 3.1 million. Think about what that means. A single post by Jimin has the same advertising impact as a brand spending $30 million. That means if Jimin wants to buy a private jet, all he needs to do is make one Instagram post. He can buy 120 Rolls-Royce Phantoms or 300 Teslas or an iPhone every day.
I don't think that's how it works. I can't say for sure, but those estimated media values, I don't think it means he makes one post and he generates that much money to buy the whatever, the Rolls Royce or whatever she showed. I think the estimated media value, it might be how much one post like promoting something, how much sales it would generate for the brand, whatever brand the person is promoting. But that's not how much is going to trickle down to Jimin or anybody doing that. That's how much revenue the brand would probably get from that post. And the brand too has expenses, the cost of goods sold. So that's not even the brand's profits either. Like the brand would probably make of that post, the brand makes like what, 30%. I don't know the margins of the brand. I guess it depends, but 30, 40, 20%, whatever it is, that's their profit. And then I'm sure Jimin, whoever we're talking about, gets a kickback, maybe like 1 or 2% of that. So this is misleading to say, oh, he posts one time and he buys a helicopter. No, that's not how. Nobody is that generates that much money off one post.
Unless it seems like the paid per post, like for example, Kim Kardashian, for one of the fashion deals, she, for that one post alone, she was paid $1 million.
Yes, that's different. If you get paid per post, that's different.
Yeah.
But the estimated media value, because we don't know how much they are paid for those posts. Which, if you sign to a label, you likely not paid anything per post. You probably paid as a contract for the length extent, the length of the contract. So that's why I'm just saying it's misleading, because it sounds like, oh, he posts one time and he buys a helicopter. Well, no, that it doesn't work like that.
For the next 200 years, and he'll still have a lot of money left. Elon Musk has to work his ass off to put people on Mars to earn that much, and Jimin can earn that from his own living room. That's the brand power we're talking about. So when
I don't know, like she's starting to lose credibility, because it's not the first time she makes a mistake like that. I remember with the Beyonce, where she posted that thing and the chart, the table, and she left off Beyonce as number one.
I don't know how that happens though. If you post a
So
chart.
I guess people said there were two different charts.
Oh.
So she posted the one without Beyonce. Well, but Beyonce belongs there. So the one without Beyonce, to me, has zero value. But yeah, she clearly not understanding how this works.
you mention another person's name alongside Jimin, even in anger or defense, you're letting that harasser or leecher to benefit from a brand value that powerful. It's like giving them free publicity, and it's our fandom's reach that makes it possible. Word association is
That
everything.
that
One thing common
reminds me of like when here in the States with the BTS phenomenon, everyone was talking about BTS, 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 but they didn't know like what or who they were talking about. It was just good for you to mention their name because of what comes with it, the fan base, which was very interesting for a lot of people.
I still feel there's a lot of that. I feel like most of the time when someone mentions BTS, they just want army support. I don't think like generally none of these people that mentioning BTS are sitting there listening to BTS. I think they just say that to get because army is it's one of the biggest fan base, I believe, second after Taylor Swift, Swifties. They want that clout. I think they just say, oh, BTS, and like BTS is great, and then all the army is gonna retweet, gonna get them followers and whatever.
Yeah, but in terms of longevity, I wonder what does that translate for the person who tries to clout off BTS.
I don't know.
with Lefty, Launch Metrics, Google, X, Inclusive, and just about every platform on
Because
earth.
sometimes
They
the
all
collaboration, it doesn't make sense, or it's like, oh, we see right through it. It's just to cross promote like the fans, but sometimes they don't go together.
Yeah, I feel like in terms of K-pop. Oh my God, K-pop. K-pop collabs. I think Meg Thee Stallion is a genuine one to come. RM with Meg Thee Stallion. I think that was a genuine collab, because she has collab with other Asian acts. She does really seem to be into it more than others. But like for example, Nicki Minaj's Idol. Nah, I don't buy it.
The thing is, she always has gotten into like the Asian culture. Like
I just don't buy it. To me, it's a cloud chase.
Plus, yeah, she has done songs like Chun-Li, Harajuku Barbie.
I understand it. I still don't buy it. What else?
One of the tattoos she got, she regrets, is an Asian characters in her arm.
Oh.
clearly state that for them to count an idol's social media post towards Fashion Week, that idol has to name the brand. When you link two names in one sentence, one tweet, one post, algorithms will read that as association. That's how SEO, media sentiment, and AI driven recommendation systems work. So when fans repeatedly say, no, Jimin is not dating this person, stop spreading lies about Jungkook and this person, V has not dated this person, and so on, the result is not suppression, it's amplification. And you are the one amplifying it. It's the same trick smaller fandoms use. They know that by baiting armies into engagement, their bias's name will appear next to BTS members in trending topics and search results. And because BTS's audience and engagement are massive, it's armies who end up doing the heavy lifting in boosting visibility for someone irrelevant or worse, harmful. If you truly want to cut off their reach, never mention their name in the same context as any BTS member. That's the only way to protect the brand power that BTS worked for over a decade to build. And let's be honest, a brand power that we helped them build. Tina Knowles' lesson, premium space. Beyonce's mother once said they taught Beyonce early on that her mind is premium real estate, and you don't let anyone live in your head rent free. That's exactly how BTS operate. They rarely, if ever, acknowledge controversies because the moment they mention another name, they legitimize it. It will be on record forever. 10, 20 years from now, when you search on Google, on AI, they will know the name and they will be able to make the association. And you know what's worse? Even if they deny these controversies, those who want to believe the rumors are true will still believe the rumors are true. They will accuse BTS of being liars.
I mean, that's fair, but certain controversies do need addressing. Like, as I said, just with Blackpink, I said we don't fuck with Blackpink because they did never address the controversy, and that's a problem because that needs addressing. Because by that logic, what she's saying, oh, they're just pretending it didn't happen, so it never happened. Because they didn't address, so you never associated with that, but that's just wrong.
And that they don't need to provide clarity,
Right.
because you won't understand it, because you're gonna be stuck on what you believe.
Eh,
But the reason why we believe what we believe is because there's no clarity to it.
Exactly. So if sometimes some stuff doesn't need addressing, like if it's completely like ridiculous and it's not true, yes, that stuff you ignore. You definitely don't address. But something you can't just say that, oh, you never address nothing because stuff doesn't need addressing. No, like there's certain stuff that should be addressed.
Armies need to remember that the fandom itself carries enormous influence. When we mention someone, we give them weight. When we ignore them, they disappear into irrelevance. The mature response is not to fight, but to bury misinformation by flooding the timeline with positive, factual, or artistic posts about BTS, their music, their art, their achievements, their charities. And always remember the ratio 3 is to 1 or 10 is to 1 if you have the time. Each time you see a negative thing about a BTS member or any celebrity you admire for that matter, post 3, 4, 10 times as many positive posts about them, or at least support others who are posting positively. Now, will ignoring the haters and leechers make them stop? Absolutely not. But it will make them irrelevant. So, how do we handle hate and misinformation? The most important, never ever name or tag the offender with a BTS member's name, even if you're exposing wrongdoings. Separate the two. Example, don't say that person X is lying about Jungkook. Instead, say person X is spreading fabricated stories online. Keep it factual and detached from the BTS brand. Next, associate the person with the behavior, not the artist. If someone trespasses, stalks, or spreads false information,
But what are we doing here? This is like a tutorial what to do basically. I thought we are talking about why the Jimin or BTS don't address that. This is, I don't know.
their name only to their actions. Let search engines associate them with their misconduct, not BTS. Third, avoid insults or demeaning language, calling them ugly
Hold
or
on, let me
crazy.
skip this
Their
because this
behavior.
is
Don't think anything else is voluntary
This
and
is
worse
like
than cafe
the stuff I
incident.
can't take too seriously, because you're coaching people
yeah,
how to
this
act
this
online.
yeah, this is a given cult to me. I feel like we're watching
Like, does the
introduction to
people not
cult.
have free will?
Yeah, like this is introduction to a army cult. Like, what are we doing here?
Dating rumors aren't new in the celebrity world. BTS members are young, successful, smart, good looking people. It is natural that people would want to be linked to them. Now, it's a different story when things go overboard and someone actually tries to trespass inside their house. And that's what happened to Jungkook. And now a group of people are trying to harass Jimin's family members. They are going to the place of business of Jimin's family and leaving AI edited photos, which is a clear violation of Jimin's NIL, or name, image, and likeness. And yes, that's a crime. Other fans started tracking her behavior online, trying to identify her account and sharing her image. While the instinct is to protect the BTS member, the smarter move is to avoid mentioning any BTS name in relation to these people. Instead, focus on the act. She's trespassing, harassing, spreading falsified materials. If you visit the cafe, quietly inform the staff it's private property, they can take action. If you
That's fucked up, and I do feel like this is one of those that Jimin should come out and address. Like if somebody's like at some there people are affecting his family at this point, not even him. Like to me that is definitely a line. Like you want to talk shit about me, whatever, fine, I don't care. But you harassing my family? No, that now we have a problem. I think there's certain lines, and this is one of those lines that okay, it's being crossed.
are going to post about it, don't mention any BTS member, just her and what she did. The more this group's name appears next to his, the more search algorithms and gossip accounts pick it up. And suddenly they're legitimate, even though they're not. That's how reputations get hijacked.
But if anything, I think it's good that it gets picked up. I think because it gets picked up, then it's gonna get picked up that oh, this is AI. Because if it doesn't get picked up, and somebody by accident sees this, they might think it's real because it never made major news because this was AI fake stuff. But once it gets picked up, and major articles gonna start reporting, oh, AI generated about Jimin, AI generated about Jimin. So all you're gonna see associated with that particular picture or video, whatever we're talking about, is gonna be, oh, it's AI, because you will know because you have seen it. Oh, this was somebody did this with AI.
And I feel like when the people that we're talking about, they do this to be noticed. So the sooner they are noticed, the sooner you catch on to the behavior and you can end it. If they're not being noticed, it's gonna escalate.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like brushing stuff under the rug, which like Korean culture overall, I feel like they do everything is just brushed under
And
the
they're
rug.
telling you the etiquette to do
Yeah,
so,
like
the way to do it.
like people don't confront head on. Like, and not even Korean culture, like my culture too. There's a lot of stuff like people are not as argumentative as Americans are. It was very strange, I guess, how argumentative Americans are. But it's good because you establish it early on. Like you don't like something, you set a boundary. Whereas like in other cultures, you just let people walk all over you. Like people come fuck with your family. They're like, oh, do something to your parents. You're like, oh no, it's okay. Let me not press charges. It's a nice person who just made a mistake. No, like there you gotta head on.
Act. Defend with discipline. There's a difference between protecting and reacting. Protecting means strategic. Reacting means being baited. Every time you attach a rumor to an artist's name, you help
Yeah, fuck is this?
It's me! You're Zit!
I guess this basically was 2 minutes worth of the video about what's supposed to be here.
How do people feel about this? Like,
Gossip dies when it hits a wise person's ears. Rumors are started by haters, carried by fools, and believed by idiots. Came across quote so true. Fair, but
I've always said this so philosophical.
no, but like, but they are believed by idiots because they're not widespread to be debunked. If you spread it so wide to a point where okay, there's nobody, like everybody's just forced to debunk it because it's like such a big thing, then that's it. It dies there because it's debunked.
To me, if it's not addressed, it's like left so they can have like discussions about it.
Yeah, 'cause if it's not addressed, it leaves room for everything, interpretation. Oh, is it true? Is it not true? Once it is addressed, it's clearly established. Like that's the issue with these K-pop dating rumors. Nobody ever talks about nothing. Come out, say we're dating, we're not dating. If you come out, say we're not dating,
But
that's it.
if it's
It's
if
dead.
they don't come out and talk about it, it's their name still being tossed around, which is good for them too.
Yeah, because to me, like, is Jenny and V dating? One of them comes out and say we're not dating. That's it. It dies. The rumor is dead. One of them comes out and say yes, we're dating. The rumor dies because it no longer is a rumor. It's a fact. Like to me, it's like all this non-addressing, being scared to talk about stuff is like just hiding stuff under the rug. I don't know. I don't.
Okay, guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. It's always share as much kindness as possible.